question is, we have been instructed to see the photo and talk for 30 days. In the
Yes.
book, it is given as God won't be there if you take printout or Xerox. And I want to understand that why God will not be there in the printout or Xerox. And also, we heard that nothing is required for us to connect with God. And we need photo as a medium to connect with God.
Okay, the first part of the question is
Why God won't be there in the printout or Xerox?
do not know why God will not be there, but we follow the instructions of God, and God does not explain why God is giving those instructions. Our logical mind will always say, if God can be in the print photo, God should also be in the Xerox photo. That is what the logical mind says. But with God, I have found that logic doesn't work. It has to be always about what God says, we have to do only that. So there is no logical answer to the question that you are asking except to say that we follow the will of God. Second part of the question was, what can you repeat the second part?
Why we need a photo as a medium to connect with God?
Okay. Now, what happens is the moment we utter the word God, in different religion, people will connect with different gods. And then within the Hindu religion, someone for them Krishna is God, for someone Rama is God, for someone else is God. So, because the word God has become generic, it will not connect to the God that I am particularly talking with, and which happens to be the highest God. So in order to differentiate that, God is using my face as the face of God, that when you look into this face and utter the word God, you will always connect with the one with whom I am talking. That is the reason the photo has been given.
Okay, sir. My next question is, we as people followed Creator unknowingly. The problem here is the Creator, and He only makes people suffer. Instead of trying to save all the people from the Creator, God can change the Creator's mind, right? So that all the people will be happy, and it may be the end of all problems.
Yeah, that is again a logical and intelligent mind says that why you try to sort out each and every human, rather than why not sort out the guy who is creating all the problem for the humans. So the answer to that question is God tried to sort him out when he was in the kingdom of God. But unfortunately this one said that I am not going to follow your will, I am not going to follow your instructions. And because he is not willing to follow the will and instructions of God, then God said, fine, you can go out of my house. I will give you 21 universe from my house. You go and do whatever you want to do there. And I means God. God will never come and tell him, this is what you are doing wrong and this is what you should not do. So with these instructions, he was asked to go out. Now when God has come, God is not going to change him, because that will become forcing God's power on him. And God never forces anyone. God never imposes God's will on anyone. God never makes sure that his will is followed. So God never works like that. God always gives the choice. If you want to, you follow. If you don't want to, then don't follow. So that being so, God will not be able to do anything to the Creator God. And that is why God is now coming to the humans and saying, if you wish to come to me, I will try to see what best I can do for you. Okay?
Okay, sir. In the book, it is given as whatever you share just once. No need to share multiple times or on multiple days. If I have only one problem, then can I share the same thing for 30 days?
It is not that if the condition is chronic, then you just say it once and leave it. If the condition is acute, like there's a huge pain in someone's stomach, then that person is saying every half an hour or 1 hour till that person gets some relief. And if it is chronic, like let's say I've got allergies, so I'm just saying all the allergy I'm having when I'm eating a particular fruit. So that only once a day I am saying and leaving it. And then I am seeing if God gives me some relief in those allergies. So this is the way it is about saying multiple times or once in a day. So this is the normal guideline. Acute and chronic is the deciding factor.
Next question is, we made mistakes and accepted the Creator as our God unknowingly. In this case, is there any possibility for God to help us voluntarily without our prayers, as we are the children of God?
The question, can you a little more explain? I didn't get the question properly.
May God help us voluntarily without our prayers?
God will never help us on God's own. So God waits for us to, I wouldn't use the word pray, we use the word release. God waits for us to use that negative statement and then say, may I have your grace, God. But before that, God will not do anything on its own. Why? Because God gives us a choice. We can continue to suffer, or we can come to God and ask God to give us some relief. This choice God is giving us. If God does everything on its own automatically, then there is no choice. That is forcing God on our life, which God is not going to do. Okay?
As I understood from the book, you have come directly from the God's kingdom. In this case, is storyline applicable for you? And how the Creator allowed you to send the message from God when it leads to lack of His food?
The answer to that question is yes, I have come directly from God. I means not the human, but that which we call as the soul or that essence. I came here to do the work of God, but the Creator was not aware when I will be coming and in which human body I will be coming. This information was not with the Creator. After my human journey started, because this is my 7th lifetime, so every time my storyline was written by the soul or my essence, and I had to live according to that storyline. Even this time also a storyline was there in my life till God came, and then it was altered, and then now there is no storyline. I just follow the will of God day to day basis, whatever God says. So if Creator God knew, then He would have stopped me from doing the work of God. He wouldn't have at all allowed me to be in the human form. But now that God has come, He cannot do anything. Okay?
Okay, sir. This is my last question, sir. As we are the part of this society, means we have to follow some rituals to be done to the Creator during festival times or functions. In this case, is that okay to believe God for myself and follow the Creator for the society? I can explain the situation with an example. If a child has two moms, one as biological mom and other one who raised the child, when the child comes to know the biological mom at one point of time, the child cannot leave the other mom who raised. there must be some personal connect between the child and the other mom. This is the similar situation I'm facing now. I can accept God completely, but I cannot leave the Creator also. What is your suggestion, sir?
If it was left to this human, the human would have allowed you to be with both. But left to God, God is very clear, it is either me or the Creator. And because the Creator had used a lot of festivals, a lot of rituals, a lot of celebrations in order to bind the human totally with the Creator, so the human says that if all my relatives are celebrating, how can I remain outside? When all the relatives are going through certain rituals, how can I say no? And bigger problem is I do not have an evidence of me following the real God. And because I do not have any evidence, how can I then face my relatives and explain to them that listen, you are following a lesser God who claims himself to be God but is not God, and is the God who is responsible for all your pain and suffering, because they are going to ask me questions, they are going to ask me evidence. Unfortunately, even the messenger of God doesn't have any evidence. The messenger of God only has information but no evidence. Why there is no evidence? Because I cannot bring God down to within five senses and show people, look, here is the real God. Now, no one has even seen the Creator, but they accept the Creator. Why they accept it? Because it is a part of their conditioning, a part of their upbringing, a part of their culture, a part of their day-to-day living. So they don't need to see the Creator, but for them Creator is the ultimate. But when someone comes and says, listen, Creator is not the ultimate, there is someone above the Creator is responsible for your pain and suffering. Now everybody is having a big question that how can that be? So that being so, I leave it upon the individual or the human to decide whether God or the Creator. But you cannot go 50-50. But logically, I appreciate the example you gave about two mothers, and that's a very good example. But that example, I cannot bring it into between God and the Creator. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So, what was your experience with the book?
For the past 2 months, I'm following this, sir.
You are talking to the book.
Yes.
Do you notice any shift happening in any area of your life, either internally or behavior?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm very scared of lizards. But when I tell, may I have your grace, God, at that time, I feel I feel improvement in many of the things.
Okay. So this is the only experience of God that we can give to people. That when you say your issues and then add, may I have your grace, God, just observe how it is shifting. And if you are doing the mantra also, then between the two, the releasing and the mantra, you will start noticing a lot of shift happening in your life. And I say this because others have said so, and it has happened in my life also. So on the basis of that, I am making this statement. Okay?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
What my question is, whatever we do, whatever we ask for is from the Creator's kingdom. So what do we ask? I don't know. I feel we don't have anything to ask.
No, you do
Because
not.
whatever we are going to take from the Creator. Like ask means not you, sir. A wish or something. I want to have a new home, new life, whatever. It's all the Creator's work.
No, that
So
is
what do
not.
we ask?
That is not what God sanctions. God is not fulfilling our wishes. God is saying,
So
whatever life Creator has given you, if you find any pain or if you find any suffering, then offer that to me and just say, may I have your grace, God. So if I am having a stomach ache, then I say all the pain in my stomach. If I am having stress, we say all the stress that I am having. If I have anxiety, then we say all the anxiety that I am having. So like this, whatever is I am having, and then I say, may I have your grace, God. But God, we cannot ask God, give me house or give me a visa to a particular country. No, those things we cannot ask God.
basically what we do as prayer is only ask for manifestation. Is usually is what we do.
So
We ask, can we give this? It's usually manifestation.
True.
Yes, we say it is a prayer, but what we do is actually manifest something, something, something. We keep on manifesting whatever we want. When we read this book, after reading this book, we feel there is nothing to ask or pray for, whatever it is.
Okay.
Because it's just a drama that we come to know, and what are we going to do in the drama? Nothing is what I feel. Sir.
We are only going to pass our time. We have a few days. We have a few days to live, and God says enjoy those days in a very simple way, with what you have, with the house that you have, with the body that you have, with the relationships that you have, because these are the three things that we have, and God says just enjoy it. But if God says don't ask me what you don't have, in the sense, don't ask me if you are having a 2-bedroom house, don't ask me for a 4-bedroom house, that I will not give you. But God says if it is in your storyline, then you will get it, because that was already written that you will have these things in life. Those things are automatically going to come to you when the time comes. Whether
so
you
I
ask or
feel
you
God
don't
has
ask.
a special thing to give us peace of mind.
Yes, only peace of mind.
Peace of mind. So in any realm, if we don't find any peace in whatever we are doing, we can ask God for the peace. That.
Yes. So instead of asking peace, all we say is, all the anxiety that I am having, may I have your grace, God. And in any language you can say. Any language. Mother tongue.
Any language.
Mother tongue is best.
Okay, sir.
Right?
So usually as of till now, what we will feel is when we have a problem, we ask for a solution. Like if I need financial thing, if I want 10 lakhs, then I would pray for 10 lakhs. Instead, I should say, can I have peace in this? May I have your grace in this, God?
Let's say you need 10 lakh of rupees. Now, God will look into it why you need it.
Okay, sir.
And you may want 10 lakh of rupees because you may want to give admission to your child in a particular school or college. But God will look into it from another angle, that maybe your child is not meant to go into that school or college, and then God will not give you. So this is the way God decides. So whatever we ask, it is not necessary God will give. And if your child is meant to go to that college or school, for which you have to have 10 lakhs, then storyline will deliver the 10 lakhs to you.
Okay, sir. Mostly all of us are caught up in debts and loans and borrowings. That's where actual suffering of money comes. It's not even not having excess. It's the debts that we don't know how to handle it with, and we have to pay back the debts, no sir. For all the mistakes you have done in the past.
You see, the Creator has made very ensured that people go into debt. And that is why so many people are into debt. If you notice that it is very easy to get a loan when the first loan is very easy to get because you do not have a bad record. Then problem starts because for some reason the job goes away, for some reason there is an accident in the house and now funds have to be transferred for medical treatment. For some reason the earning member dies. Now all these things create debts. But this is what the creator has planned out. This is the way the creator ensures that humans suffer. One of the things that it does is it creates debts. And then the creator puts thoughts in us that I can only afford a scooter, but my neighbor has bought a car. I have to get a car. So I am then willing to take loan. But when I take a loan now, automatically I have to cut down expenses in certain other areas. But very soon what happens is the cost of living goes up. Now I cannot pay the EMI. Now I am trapped.
Right, sir.
So this is the way the creator traps the humans.
Mostly we are trapped because of studies, educational loans, hospital loans, where we cannot avoid because that's where our future lies. So, two areas we are starting our life itself with.
But this is the strategy that emotionally you are invested that my child must go into the best school, and emotionally you are invested that people in our life must not die. Two investments.
Right, very true.
But these investments, the creator ensured that we have them. These emotions were given to us by the creator. And because of that, we indiscriminately spend money. Because we have this ambition to give us our child the best education. And we have this feeling that people in our life must not die. Because of these two conditioning, people get trapped in loan.
What do we do in such situations, sir, where our loved ones are in hospital and we have to spend money, and how do we handle such situations, sir, where we are not left with any other choice other than to arrange for money? What do we do? What is the prayer that we do in that particular time?
You have to understand that people always die, whether it is today or it is tomorrow. And then once you have exhausted your limits, personal savings, then the next thing to do is to let them go. Because when you let them go, two things happen. Number one, they don't unnecessarily suffer. Because every person who is in the hospital is also suffering in pain.
Very true, sir.
So number one is you allow them to become free from their suffering. And number two, you also free your family from suffering, because all the money that is going into that hospital treatment is in turn creating less food, less clothing, less other things in other family members. So the best way to live is the person who has become sick, that person should say, listen, as such I am going to die. It is my time to die. Let me go. Don't waste your money on medicine and operation and surgery. I will pass. This money you keep for your rest of the family members. But what happens? The person who is sick, they are scared of death. They don't want to die. And the person in the family, they don't want also the sick person to die because of attachment. So one is the fear, another is attachment. And because of these two, and both is very cleverly orchestrated by the creator. End result, you are in debts. And when you are in debts, now suddenly you are stressed. When you are having stress, automatically that creates new disease in all the people's body. So you are not yet able to pay your EMI properly, but at the same time the stress is creating all kind of new disease, for which again you have to go to doctor, again get new medicines, and probably down the line the surgery is waiting to happen. Now these are the clever deceptions and designs of the creator to make sure humans suffer. Because the question that will come up is, where from did this fear come? Fear that I must not die. And where from did this attachment come, that the person in the hospital must not die? Both were put in us. Both were put in us by the creator. And that is why we have those things.
My next question would be, what is the spiritual practice that we need to practice to be in touch with God? Like we say, so like awareness practice and not having fear, being confident. What is that particular practice that we should do to be more in touch with God and not get into the game of the creator, sir?
When you speak to the with the face of God, in that moment you are connected with God. But if you want your connection to be 24/7, which means throughout the day, then you have to do a mantra which takes 2 minutes to chant.
Okay,
And
sir.
once you do the mantra every day, then you are daily connected with God continuously.
Okay, sir. So that is the only thing that we need to
That
do
is the only
to
thing.
be connected with, stay connected with
You
God.
don't need to do any awareness, anything. There is no spiritual practice. There is no meditation, no yoga, kriya yoga, anything, nothing.
Okay. So that's the only mantra that we have to follow.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We to get these questions, we are taking days for ask this question, but you are taking just few seconds to answer, because this question hasn't come in a day or a minute. This
No, I can
question
understand.
is from the minute we read the book, so many questions come, and then we sit looking at the roof, looking at everything. How come this? Why not this? Why not that? And then we ask you. Your answers are so simple and clean and nice.
God is very simple, and that is why all the answers are very simple. But the creator is very complex, and that is why everything in the world of the creator is so complex.
So I like one day I'm like suddenly feeling I'm having nothing to do, literally.
Yes.
What am I doing anyway? The storyline is going to play, and what am I going to do? I'm going to do nothing. And
Yes.
I really want to ask you, sir, what are we supposed to do for the rest of the lifetime?
God says enjoy, which means dance, sing, paint, do any kind of hobby, and or you can watch Netflix and Prime and all those things, or you can.
Oh,
God has
we
no
are
issue
having
with that.
programs against gadgets, and you are recommending.
God has no problem with gadgets.
Okay.
God says, as such, you are going to die. Whether you die 2 years before or 2 years later, what difference does it make? But the Creator says, no, you must not die.
Okay. And when we are doing such things, I come up with a question: aren't all these things made by the Creator?
Of course,
I'm enjoying the things.
Everything made by the Creator also you are enjoying, but along with those things, the Creator also has given pain and suffering. So while the Creator has made the world beautiful, but that world also has got a lot of ugliness. How do we know? Because when we see the way humans are behaving with other humans, we start wondering that what happened to all the love and compassion, and what happened to all the caring, what happened to all the generosity, what happened to all that forgiveness, what happened to all the gratitude, why are all these things missing? So at one end, Creator made the world beautiful, at the other end, Creator made the world ugly, which means Creator made our mind ugly. The mind is full of greed, full of lust, full of fear, full of anger. So both are going simultaneously. So many people say, this world is a beautiful world, I want to take birth again and again. And then I tell them, how about the world inside you? Is that a beautiful world? Are you not having attachments? Are you not having aversions? Are you not having all kind of problems? Are you not having jealousy? Are you not having thoughts like, I will not forgive that person? Are you not having wanting to control people? Are you not having wanting to change people? So look into the inner world, how ugly it is. So while the outside world is beautiful, your inner world is ugly. And the problem is, because the inner world is ugly, we are also making the outside world ugly day by day. Instead of keeping it nature fresh, now we are making it concrete world. And in this concrete world, we are bringing in something called technology. So at one end we live in the concrete world, another we are bringing in technology, and third we are creating unnatural world, which is known as the virtual world. Why we are creating the virtual world? Because we can't deal with the humans. So we said we will create imaginary humans in the virtual world and play with them, because we are not able to play with the real humans. So this is the world that we live in.
Mostly the virtual world is full of fight and sin and something like that to do with the main part or suspense or something like that only.
The virtual world they are creating as good as the real world, but they are giving you an option to create your own characters and play with them. It is still evolving, the virtual world. Very soon it will be so real, you won't be able to distinguish between real world and virtual world. Even the people in the virtual world will be so real, they will be just like us. So those days are coming, and then people will want to go into the virtual world. So this is the problem.
Thank you, sir.
Getting a thought to maybe something like a prompt from your side in terms of if you can give some guidance on how to frame the releases. See, mostly what happens is people go into the definition of the problem rather than the experience of what happens because of the problem. So, because of which probably the release statements, they don't know how to frame it. So, if you can just sort of elaborate on how to where to concentrate and how to frame sentences.
It is very easy to frame the sentences unless you are trying to make it perfect. It is as simple as what exactly is happening, and you are telling to someone this is what is happening. That becomes your issue. So you do not have to make it grammatically correct. You don't have to make it the perfect phrase. You do not have to make it precise and concise. You might actually make it almost like a paragraph, and then you say, may I have your grace, God. Or it could be very short, all the pain in my neck, may I have your grace, God. And pain is of course very simple. Now there are other psychological issues. So psychological issues are like, I hate people who talk to me in a loud voice, may I have your grace, God. I hate it when people ignore me, may I have your grace, God. So exactly observe what it is that is disturbing you, what it is that is taking your balance away, what it is that is taking your peace away, what is it that is bringing you some kind of jitteriness, some kind of irritation, some kind of anxiety, worry, and that becomes your statement. So it is very simple unless you are trying to make it very complex. So that is what is all I can say. There is no perfect, and people sometimes feel that if my statements becomes precise, I am going to get perfect results. Not always. You can keep your sentence very confused and then see what God does, because God knows what you are pointing to, even though you could not bring that into a language, even though you couldn't verbalize it properly. So don't worry about making it perfect.
So the intent is more important than actual framing of the release, isn't it?
Not even the intent. Intent is like you are wanting something to happen. We are not wanting something to happen. We are only languaging what I am going through.
But when I'm doing a release, am I not wanting a result out of it? Which is why I'm asking for it, isn't it?
But we do not ask for the results. We share the pain, we share the suffering. That's all. And leave it
Isn't
to
there an
God.
implied-
Leave it to God. We do not say, God, heal the pain that I have in my knee. We don't do like that. We say, all the pain I am having in my knee. And then add, may I have your grace, God. We do not use the positive statement. We do not tell God what we want. We do not tell God, God, you must heal this or you heal this. No, these are not what we do.
So we are just taking whatever we experience or we feel and then
Yes.
add the statement for our
Yes. Exactly what we are feeling, what we are going through is what we actually just speak.
So there is no emotion or feeling involved in this, just blindly sharing it and then leaving it there.
If you are emotional, then emotion is involved. If I am so angry, then emotion is involved, and I am just saying all the anger I have got on if such and such person.
But God, the moment I'm saying something, when I'm sharing something, is it not that I want to change it? That is why I'm bringing it to God's notice.
I want
What
it.
will I say?
I want to become free from my anger. That is true, but that is not what we tell to God.
Okay, that's understood.
That is understood. I am telling you so that you can heal me.
Okay. So that's okay. Got it. This is something that I have been grappling with. So many times I don't ask. I don't even do the releases, thinking why should I ask and ask for a release. Let me just go through it. But now I get what you're trying to say.
So instead of asking, share your pain, share your suffering.
Share is very different from asking.
Asking means you want a result.
Okay.
Here you are not telling God what God should do. You are only saying what you are going through.
Whatever God gives, we take it. That doesn't give.
Yeah. And if we are not okay with that, then we tell God, I feel I am not okay with what you have given me, because that also is an issue. You can say that also. God, I am not happy with what you have given me. May I have your grace, God?
That's a positive statement.
No, I am not happy.
I'm not happy. Okay, not happy. Okay. Oh, even complaining to God about what? Oh.
You can complain to God. That also is the issue with me. I am suffering because you are not doing anything for me.
Okay, this is new. Okay, this is very nice. This is thrown a lot of clarity.
Yes.
Sir, I have something to share.
Yes.
Nowadays, mostly my anger, disappointment, everything is only with the Creator. Because we know the truth. The people are not angry with us because they are not angry with us. Somebody has imposed that anger on that person to come and show it. So half of the time I'm only scolding the Creator. Why are you doing such a messy job? My anger is mostly from the Creator now.
Do not be angry on the Creator, because the Creator also has a lot of compulsions. We do not know His world. We do not know His compulsions. We do not know what He has gone through or going through. So do not be angry. Just notice that person, because now that is an individual. That individual himself has his own issues, because it is not very enjoyable to eat someone's negative thought, feelings and emotions. So that guy also has got certain issues of life which he is sorting out in his own way. So don't be angry on him. It is just like you are never angry on your child when your child makes mistakes. Now I find the Creator no better than the child. Emotionally, that Creator is brilliant intellectually. If you notice everything the Creator creates, fantastic. If you notice the algorithm of the creation, it is mind-boggling. If you notice the laws that the creator makes, it is amazing. But when you notice the emotional content of the creator, then you find the creator is not better than your own child, still grappling with so many things. And I can say that so confidently because I know the creator in and out, because I deal with the creator, because I communicate with the creator, because I interact with the creator, and emotionally he is not okay. So that is why I tell people, do not be angry on him. He has his own issues. And our mind says, how can a creator who is the king of 21 multiverses, creating such brilliant star systems, such brilliant galaxies, and such intricate things in the nature, how can that one be so miserable? Well, emotionally, he is miserable. Intellectually, he is brilliant.
The answer makes us feel so nice that no matter what, you just keep loving. It doesn't matter how much ever trouble they create in your life. It's okay.
It is.
Just be loving and nice.
He also has his compulsion. It's okay, we will go through. Now we have God, and he doesn't have God. So we have so blessed to have God with us. He lost God.
Imagine the pain that he might be going through.
Huge pain. And that is why I have no issue with him. And
the more anger on him is going to create more pain for him. My own creations is again angry with me.
It's just that we cannot do anything for him except not to have any kind of negativity towards him. And if we have any kind of negativity towards him, then we tell God, all my anger for the creator, may I have your grace, God.
In any form, we practice love and happiness.
No, we don't.
Am I right, sir?
We don't practice love and happiness. We release the non-loving feeling, and we release all our pain and suffering.
Okay.
Automatically, what comes will be beautiful, but we don't practice them. Like there are people who are practicing gratitude. No, don't practice gratitude. There are people who are practicing compassion. Don't practice compassion. Let it come up. You release the non-compassionate feelings.
It is like when we are pricked with a thorn, we take out the thorn out of our leg and we don't do anything after that. What happens after that?
There is no automatically healing is going to happen.
So every time we are pricked with the thorn of any kind of emotion, just take out that thorn with the help of God.
Yes, just
what remains is happiness.
Yes, when you are with God, it itself. I do not tell people you will be happy or you will be at peace. I say you find out, because what is happiness for me may not be happiness for you. You find out what it is to be with God, what it is to experience the grace of God.
God maybe had a set of questions that he wanted to answer. So he just sent the questions right now, and I think it has happened right now.
Yes. And they were so.
Maybe he planned this.
Because this one has taken the clarity to a whole new level.
Because reading this book, it took me to almost all the emotions I have never experienced before, sir.
Yes, I can understand.
He would call Valli every day and say, why did God do like this? I went to a level of asking, like how we grow goats at home, or is the creator growing us like that? One day it's like we have hen, chickens and goat at home because that's the food we need one day for our children. Like that, are we treated by the gods? Then I came up with such questions, sir. Are we, if he is just hurting us? And then he will just come take us as a food and go, I just took food to him. I thought I was such a big being. In one day, everything came down thinking me and the goat at home is the same, me and the cow at home is the same.
Exactly. We are nothing better than goats and chickens for the Creator.
At least he doesn't know the truth. I know the truth. What do I know? What do I do? What can I do knowing the truth? That's the pain factor there. Knowing and we can't do anything about it.
You see, there are two things that happens when you come to know the truth. Number one, either it can kill you or it can free you. What does it mean to kill you? It can take you into depression, that I am no better than a goat. Or it can free you. Oh, that's so interesting. Now I really don't have any purpose. Let me just enjoy my life. So this is the
And
freedom that you can have. You are free from all.
That's very nice to hear, sir, that we are here to enjoy the life and let's enjoy the life.
You don't need any religion, and now you don't need any spirituality. No need to pray to the gods, and no need to practice all kind of things in order to have moksha, because moksha is now it is going to happen because of God. And not only moksha is going to happen, your soul also is going to have moksha. It can go back to God. So what is the, nothing is left which has any purpose, which has any seriousness, and that's why it is so freeing. You do what you love to do. Yeah, if you don't have money to eat and all, then you have to earn that money. But if you already have that kind of money, then relax, enjoy the money. This is the last life. Enjoy the nice things, see the nice places, be with the people and laugh.
Whole lot of years left just to enjoy.
That's all God says. Now enjoy. Last life, enjoy it.
Last.
But God will not give you any extra money to enjoy. God says whatever you have is enough to enjoy.
That's okay, sir. We have our 32 teeth to enjoy.
That's a blessing compared. Look at those people who don't have teeth. Look at those people.
We can enjoy, and the smile carries everything.
Yes.
That's okay.
In order to enjoy, you don't need anything from the outside. It is just an attitude. You don't need anything.
That's very true, sir. Because when we see our loved ones, that happiness just flows from inside. We don't know from where it comes only. But when we see someone whom we don't like, we know where the anger comes from. That also we don't know.
It all
now
comes.
we have a channel to send the anger out and enjoy.
Yes. Enjoy the good things, and whatever the bad things are there, keep releasing with the help of God.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
This was really a very nice, heart-opening interview rather than a mind-opening interview.
Yes. It was fun.
We have been with the mind for a very long years, and
Yeah, with God, mind drops.
yes.
Because mind, God said, belongs to the Creator. God is not interested in the mind.
Now we are dropping it with intention. No, I don't want to have brain.
No, don't try to drop. Let it happen. If you try to drop, you will mess it up.
No, sir, not literally dropping it, but not going into the logical question of
Yes.
analyzing everything.
Don't try to understand. And if you want to understand, I have given the ultimate understanding. And that ultimate understanding says that we are created by a Creator who himself is under great stress, who himself is under great compulsion, who himself is under great negativity. And the biggest negativity the Creator has is Creator has lost his father, who is God. Imagine a child who doesn't have his father. Imagine a child who is orphan. Imagine a child who has been pushed out, who remembers the good old days but cannot go back there. And now we have God. He doesn't have. So this is the beauty of where we are right now.
This is a truly a different emotion, sir.
Yes.
Very different emotion. Because till I got this answer, so many questions was just entangling
Yes.
inside. Because we are swinging from one side to other side. Because truly we cannot ignore creator's work, because it is astonishing. Every time you look at something we don't have to look at something, our own body is so beautiful.
Very true.
It is doing such marvelous work. How can we not respect the creator
Exactly.
for giving such beautiful works?
He is
So other
brilliant.
side,
He is
on
brilliant.
the other side, when we go for the pain factor, is like, why did you give this such a beautiful work and why did you add this pain? I don't know what to do with your beautiful work and the pain you have given me. So
Whatever pain we
question is-
have, he has multiple times more pain.
okay.
So when you get that, the only thing left with is you will not have any anger towards the creator.
I'm really thankful to you for giving this beautiful answer, because it is not his intention to create the pain, but he is helpless.
He is helpless.
So we never get angry on someone who is helpless. It's
So
only
true.
we get angry on someone who does it on purpose.
So true.
So purposefully he's created the beauty, helplessly the pain is induced.
Yes, very true. Perfect.
Thank you, sir. More, I don't know. I don't have words to explain the entire creation. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir.
Thank you.
Just a small word. Really honored.
Thank you.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, for decision makings, I tried that muscle test and few more things suggested, but I cannot ensure whether it is correct or not. Is there any way to do it correctly, sir?
Muscle testing is a little bit tricky thing. Why it is a tricky thing? If you are deciding whether a particular fruit is good for you, then you can do the muscle testing, and then your body will tell you that apple is good for you, but don't take banana because banana your body is allergic or whatever. This is one way of muscle testing. Another problem would be if you are like, should I buy a car? Now if your mind is wanting to buy a car, your muscle testing will tell you yes, you should buy. But if you ask God, God may want to tell you no, don't buy. Now between God and your mind answer will always be stronger than God's answer, because God is very, very gentle, very soft, and mind is very aggressive, very strong. And that is the reason most people fail to really get what is the advice that God is giving us, what are the instructions that God is giving us. So it takes time, slowly and slowly, before we realize this is coming from my mind and this is coming from God. So the advantage that I have over other people, because I am communicating with God day and night, is because I want nothing from life. And because I want nothing from life, my mind is not able to come in and contaminate my answers which I am asking from God. And I am never asking from God anything for me. I am always asking from God about what I need to do for your work. So because of all these reasons, I have a better advantage of getting the right answers from God. But for normal humans, most of the time their mind will be giving the answers. So this is just a clarification.
Yes, you are correct. Our mind is playing a major role here actually. So
Yes.
I'm not able to find the correct answer.
True.
sir.
Okay.
Oh, another question, one more question.
Yes.
Killing animals for food or profit will not create karma. That's what mentioned in the book. I think I remember that.
Yes.
So, some animal lovers will not accept it, I think. So,
Which is true. I did not write this book for the animal lovers. I wrote this book
Okay.
that this is the message God gave.
Okay.
So a lot of people will not like this book, and they have very good reasons why they will not like this book, and that is perfectly all right. All I tell them is forget about what is inside the book. You have pain and suffering, talk to the book and see whether it is giving you results or not. If the book gives you result, then continue talking to the book and forget about inside. And God is never saying that you must kill animals. All God is saying, if you kill animals, it will not create karma. But more than that, the beautiful thing is, no matter what you do now, nothing is going to create karma, because this is the last life you are going to have. Anyone who has come to God even for 1 second, that becomes their last life, the life that they have. And then even if you do the worst sins, no karma is going to be created. Consequences will be there.
Okay.
Get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, for food or profit, if we kill the animals, it is not creating karmas.
For whatever reason you do, whatever thing, because this is last life, where will the karma go? In order for karma to be created, you need one more life. There is no one more life there. So no karma,
okay.
but consequences will be there.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
But it was very nice, very pleasant to know the creators.
Compulsion of the creator.
Yes, sir. Because when one small little thing, a mother or father scolds her husband, gets angry with us, we are not able to take that pain that stays for very short term. Even that we are not able to take. Can't imagine the thing that he has been going for Janmas.
Yes.
How pathetic his condition would be then.
Yes, it is very pathetic. I know, and I am telling you.
Our parents and all children, husband, everybody comes back with us with love. He doesn't even have that person to go back to him with that kind of love.
He cannot even go back to the love of God.
Yes, sir. So, I don't know how to express this feeling, but thank you for the answers.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye.